Welcome to the dark side of real estate. It's Jill.
And it's Paige. We miss Palmer.
We do miss Palmer.
She was such a sass.
I know.
So we are talking about how pricing a home is very beneficial and why is it such a misconception that if you have a good listing price, right, and a good pricing strategy, that, oh, you just listed it low, that's why you got multiple offers and that's why it went over asking. Like, what would you tell somebody that is incorrect to say that?
Well, we do our research first of all. First, we look at all the comparables that have sold in the area, and we go by what the house looks like. If the house is more upgraded, has a nicer backyard than some of the comparables, yeah, we're going to price it accordingly. But we have found out time and time again that if we price it correctly, and maybe even just a little teeny bit under where we think, we always get multiple offers.
Yeah.
And end up getting a higher price for our sellers.
Hold on, I gotta sneeze.
Okay.
I can
Look
feel
at the
it
light.
tingling. Oh God, I can feel it tingling in my nose. Ah. Ugh. Okay, it's not coming. Okay.
All right. Never mind.
Sorry. Okay.
I
Wait,
lost
you end,
my...
no, you finished on a thought, so that's why I was like,
Oh.
you get more. What is the last thing she said? We get more money for the sellers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, was that a good ending point? You don't need to redo that?
Yeah, because you just told her to stop.
Okay.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Yeah, because if you overprice it, we already know that it's going to sit on the market and you're probably going to have to do a price reduction. Perfect example, we priced one where my seller, I think we priced it at 800. He actually was like, "Oh, I want to list it at 825." I'm like, "No, that's crazy. We're going to at least, I think my suggestion was 775."
Mm-hmm.
And then we compromised at 8, and then we ended up selling it for 775. But I believe truly if we would have listed at 775, it probably would have sold for 800, because that first 2 weeks is so critical.
Yes.
On the market.
Yes.
That's when all the excitement is. That's when everybody goes crazy.
When they first see it on the market. Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you have an example of one where you ended up getting how much over asking over in Menifee?
We ended up getting 25,000 over asking.
Mm-hmm. And what was the strategy?
It was to list it just a little bit below where I thought that, it should be, to gain more interest, to get more people, get more eyes on there. And it worked because we ended up getting 4 offers. And we only chose one to counter back on, and we just said, because they were most of them were over asking anyway, and so we just went back in and just countered at where my sellers wanted to be, and ended up getting it.
Yeah.
Well,
and then we have another example. So I just listed one in Murrieta that caused like a crazy frenzy. And I priced it very well. I mean, the house is 2011 upgrade, so it's not like anything white. It is, it's more dark. It's darker tones. Mm-hmm. But the backyard is phenomenal. So that was really like the chef's kiss on that one.
Yeah.
But I priced it so well. We ended up getting a crazy bidding war, and I mean, I wasn't even telling people where the offers were. We got offers ranging from a little over asking to 100 to 125,000 over asking, and they ended up getting 100 over asking, all cash, 2-week close. I mean, tell me you can't get better than that. And
yeah,
I believe that I still could have listed it at where we got our contract price, but I don't know if we wouldn't have gotten that much activity. I mean, 100 people through an open house in one day.
That's a lot.
My feet hurt still.
Oh yeah, I bet. And that's a lot of talking.
Yeah, it is. I don't know how I have a voice. But then we had another one where same thing. We ended up having, and it's crazy because we didn't have like that much like crazy showings, but it was just such a like a perfect house for the perfect person. I mean, they happened to be looking. We had a couple showings. The first day it went active, offer that same day, 35,000 over asking, and I again came down to the pricing strategy. But if I would have priced it at what we're in contract for, I guarantee you I wouldn't have even gotten any offers for like at least a few weeks.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Well, just like my one in South Temecula, I originally listed it a little bit high.
Where it probably
And
we know would have sold.
yes, but after a couple of weeks, then my sellers were very open to listening to our strategy, and so we reduced the price $35,000, and lo and behold, we ended up getting what
40, 50,000?
six offers, and we ended up closing where it was listed originally.
No, you sold it for higher.
At a little bit.
I think. Yeah, it was like 5,000 higher than.
Yeah, 5,000 higher than what we had it listed. That's
Yeah.
right. That's
Yeah,
right.
I remember this.
Yeah, because the one offer that we accepted had the escalation clause. So we ended up closing for 5,000
Which is
higher.
what?
Oh, the
Escalation
escalation clause. Well, if someone puts an escalation clause in their offer where it says that they're willing to pay a certain amount over whatever the highest offer we have received, no matter what the offer is, but we have to show them at least the first page of
Make sure it's legit.
the other purchase agreement. We black everything out, and then send it to them, and then they agree to it. They accepted, the $5,000 over the other highest offer.
But the point is that, okay, you had it listed at what it ended up closing at for the first 2 weeks. No offers. Everyone was like, oh, it's overpriced.
Yes.
It just needs so much work.
Yeah.
And
Reduce
then
it.
you reduced it for the second week, and it sells for higher than what you originally. So, just saying,
We really do know what we're doing when
know
it
what we're
comes
doing.
to pricing strategy.
not our first rodeo, but I would say we're pretty darn good at it. Like,
I would say.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and then what we've got, I mean, we're pretty listing heavy, obviously, but anytime they don't listen to us, 99% of the time,
Yeah.
it's a floop.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So if you're thinking about selling your house, we don't tell you what you want to hear. We give you the raw data, because the data is the data. We cannot make that up.
And we give it all.
Yes, we don't
give
make
it
up
all to
what
you.
currently exists. A house is worth what a buyer's willing to pay based on
Yes.
market conditions, whatever the rates are doing, the condition of the home. So, and obviously then we have our marketing strategy, which obviously helps. We get a lot of extra views on our socials, YouTubes, and it's not just, sticking a sign in the yard and taking some photos and doing like a quick tour. I mean, we've got a whole plan, when we go and do our listing videos. I mean, especially now, I was doing this before, but now we're really going to be doing a lot more of a plan with doing a lot more videos, especially if it's a tougher house, because when you have in the 55 and older, that's a tougher house. So we need to get a lot more content so that it can flow across over time. But it also just helps to know people in the area too.
Yes.
And have those connections, and it just, but pricing is definitely is very key.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Very important.